Is it illegal to cash a check not in my name?
Hello, and welcome to our discussion today on a very important topic related to personal finance and law. Is it illegal to cash a check not in your name? This topic can be quite complex, involving a mix of laws, banking regulations, and ethical concerns.
The basics of check cashing.
To start, we need to understand the basics of check cashing. A check is a written, dated, and signed instrument that contains an unconditional order directing a bank to pay a definite sum of money to a payee. When a check is made out to you, you can deposit or cash it. But what happens if a check isn't in your name? Generally, it is illegal to cash a check that is not in your name. This is because the check is a contract between the person who wrote the check, the drawer, and the person to whom the check is written, the payee. It's not a contract between you and the drawer or the bank. If you're not the payee, you're not part of that contract.
What if I cash a check not in my name?
So, what might happen if you cash a check not in your name? Well, if you cash a check not intended for you, it's considered fraudulent. This is a serious crime that can lead to hefty fines or even imprisonment. There are specific laws against check fraud in many countries, including the US. It's also worth mentioning that banks have systems in place to prevent such fraudulent activities. They typically require identification to cash a check and may refuse to cash a check if they suspect it's fraudulent.
Are there exceptions?
Are there any exceptions to this rule? Yes, there are a few specific situations where you might be able to cash a check not in your name. One exception is when you're a joint account holder. If the check is made out to either you or the other account holder, then both of you have the right to cash the check. Another exception is when you have a legal power of attorney for someone. If you have the legal authority to handle someone's financial transactions, you can cash checks made out to them. Yet another case might be endorsement of the check. In some cases, the original payee might endorse a check over to you, allowing you to cash it. But it's always best to consult with your bank to see if they accept this. So, to sum it up, cashing a check not in your name is generally illegal and is considered check fraud, unless you fall under specific exceptions such as joint account holders, having a power of attorney, or receiving an endorsed check. Always remember that legality aside, it's essential to maintain ethical standards in all financial dealings. If you're unsure about a situation, it's always a good idea to consult with a legal professional or your bank. We hope this discussion has been helpful and enlightening. Thanks for watching.